Okay, hi everyone. This is video 2. So we're just going to cast on. This is going to be a right-handed cast on video, and then I will make a left-handed video too. So the first thing you should do is take your needles out so that you have your 2 needles. You can actually put one aside because you're only going to work with one to start the casting on. Yeah. Now, one of the things, take your yarn and you'll notice that there's 2 sides. I'm keeping really simple with this video. So there's 2 ends. There is, if you pick up the string, one way leads to the ball, one way leads to the tail of the yarn. So this is the ball end and this is the tail end of the yarn. Now the other thing you should notice, I'm playing some jazz music. And the reason I'm putting the jazz music on is because knitting should be relaxing. So as you knit, you don't want to pull too tightly and make tight loops on your knitting needle. Yeah, I think what's kind of nice about it is I think of it like life, that you've got to just go with the flow of things, and it's about making easy loops on your knitting needle. If you pull too tight on your loops, it's going to be hard to knit. Yeah, and there's something kind of metaphorical about that. So always remember, this should be relaxing. So here's what we do. Take your yarn and you want to drop about 1 foot over your fingers here with the tail end. Yeah, and then loop it up here. Yeah. Now reach in. You're creating a slip knot. So I want to reach in here and pull out this loop. So you can kind of see it there. That is a slip knot. Now I know it's a slip knot because if I pull the ball end of the yarn, the knot gets tighter. And if I pull the tail end, this loop on top slips in. So I have that happen there. What you want to do is create a slip knot, and you want to put it on your knitting needle, pull the tail end so it just grabs. Yeah, one perfect little slip knot there. Now what I would say to you, take it off, unslip it, and practice that several times. So I make a loop, I reach in and grab that, create a slip knot, I can put it on the knitting needle, and then I can tighten it on the loop. And I would say, you know what, do that several times. Let me show you one other thing that if you get more advanced, some people use the knitting needle to go in here and pull out that loop to make that loop. Yeah, so that's step 1. Yeah, you should have a nice perfect loop. Now we are going to cast on 15 loops. So I want 15 loops, but each of the next loops are different than this very first one. They are not slip knots. What you do, take this and twist it. So if I have the yarn, this is the ball end of the yarn, not the tail end. Yeah, that's a mistake if you use the tail end. Take it, twist it, and put that on and pull it so that it comes next to the other. And again, remember the jazz music is playing, so keep it nice and loose. These should feel nice and free. You're going to want a little bit of space because you are going to put a knitting needle inside that loop, so you don't want that loop too tight. I do a second one here. That's 3. This is 4. Twist and put it on 5. Twist and put it on 6. Now, you want to keep doing that twist method and putting it on until you have 15 total loops on your needle. Yeah. And I want to show you one other thing. So once you do that, I would say then take it off. Let me repeat the whole process just so that you see it more quickly. So I make that loop, I go in and I pull out, and I make a slip knot. Now, let me show you another method. This is actually easier, so this is what a lot of knitters will do. I will take my thumb here, loop it under, and just by pulling it here, I start to twist that. I can then put the needle through, and that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Great. So that's the assignment here. That's the task. 15 loops, and you'll notice they're nice and pretty free. I can line them all up here. I can move this. We're actually making a scarf with this pattern, and you can see that this little edge, this little rib, that's the beginning of your scarf. That's going to be the edge. So as we knit, that's what's going to happen. Yeah. So that's 15. What I would do then, take it off and practice that again. Yeah. So that you get kind of good at it, and it just becomes a thing to do. I don't think that's 15, but I'll count and make sure. So that's the end of video 2. We've now cast on, using right hand, 15 stitches onto a needle. And in our next video, we're going to do our first row of knitting.